Good afternoon. Deep faint target. Always like starting the day off with one of those. Low 90s to mid 90s. Let's see what it opens up to. Still squeaky. Didn't clean up tremendously. Could be multiple things in here. Happy Wednesday. I think it's Wednesday. Yeah, okay. Memorial. How we doing, Chris? Good morning to you. Yeah, it's a linky, not a stinky. Yep, Sailor, we're back at the same park trying different area. It was really iffy if I was gonna make it out today. Literally half the crew showed up today, including my go-to. My foreman was a no call, no show. So that's always wonderful. We got everything under control, got the truck delivered that we needed, we were waiting for. That's a loud nickel signal. Not be surprised if it's not a nickel. Wouldn't be surprised if it is a nickel. Still in there. Not a nickel. It is some sort of something electronic. I don't know that kind of stuff. So how's everybody's Wednesday? I figure now's about the time the boss will call. Tyler, thank you for the share. I like that number being around an old swimming pool. That is a garbage number most of the time. Also gold number. 50, 55, 56. Sounded clean. Probably some slaw. How we doing, James? Happy Wednesday, my friend. Thank you for the heart me. How we doing, Beth? Great show last night. That was a lot of fun. Seems like once we got everybody over the camera fright, people were piling on. That was awesome. Pull tab. Well, happy birthday to you. Oh, there's some angry people over there. We're gonna stay over here. Very good, Chris. This is a cluttered little area. We're trying around the swim area. I think I've dug. One time I was here, I dug right over here. We're gonna try here, and then we might get back into the State Quarter Haven we were in yesterday. What did we dig? Like 3/4 and 4 holes and a flat half. There was high tone there. Here's probably a culmination of all that. How we doing, Rob? Welcome in, my friend. Squeaky deep, 91 to 94. BS FSQ. I don't know if it's going to be anything. That is rock hard. Getting our dirt therapy in when I really didn't think it was going to happen. So that makes the day a little better. $94 to $98. How we doing, John? Great show last night. That was a lot of fun. Certainly seeing some of that stuff makes me feel so much like an amateur. But yeah, that was an awesome idea, guys. Great show. Super high tone. Super junk. Would not doubt that one bit. Did we move it? Yeah, oh, don't be a hot rock. That's what that is. Do something else. Yep, another hot rock. Throw those by the tree. And we got more. I'm gonna get some of this dirt out, and if I can't get it, I'm gonna rescan it, see if it cleaned up to anything or mucked itself up. Okay, that would do it. That would be the actual 94, 97. I don't know what that is. It's heavy like lead. That'd be that high tone for sure. So happy to say we're out here for the 25th day in a row. Also happy to say that this Saturday I'm going to be going digging with a buddy from TikTok. I'm weird, so I get nervous. I've never dug with anybody. Ever. But I'm gonna meet up with son-in-law Rick on Saturday. He's in Pennsylvania for the month. He's staying in middle Pennsylvania. I'm in northwest Pennsylvania. We're gonna meet somewhere. It's a few hours from him and about an hour from me. So looking forward to that. Thank you, Kimber. We will try. And that's probably a stinky. That's probably not something good, but... Yep, we're meeting up at 9 a.m. Saturday morning. Place I've never been. It's a park with... We got some grass, we got some beach. Southeast PA, very good. You're in the old stuff there. How we doing, Karen? Thank you for the heart me. There you go, John. Familiar with Meadville? I gotta get up there and dig with you guys sometime. Said that is not, I've been that way. My brother lived in Syracuse, well, Liverpool for years. So I'm semi-familiar with the area. I don't know how far away you guys are from that. Too bad he doesn't live out there anymore. have a place to stay, make it a weekend. Yeah, I thought you were close, Rob. Absolutely. My brother lived, I think, he lived in a couple places out in the Syracuse area, but they moved back to Pennsylvania, Northwest Pennsylvania, 2 summers ago. Yeah, you got some old stuff down there around Philly. But I'm looking forward to going out and actually meeting with somebody that I've been chatting with for a while. Fellow Team Deus user. Chandler, thank you for the follow. It's something under that root. This was an 88. Yeah. A Memorial, clad dime. That's not much of a root left. Well, thank you guys for completing the first stage of the fan club. I had no clue what any of that means, but thank you guys. We're kind of in the sidewall there. This thing is going nuts. I cracked the side of this pinpointer. I'm not looking forward to having to replace it. I think I cracked it. So we're gonna find out on Saturday if I get it in the water, but that looks like it's cracked. Some rubber coating or something for it. Thank you guys for clearing that goal. Phenomenal. Okay, I can't deal with, no, that's something inside of that. Okay, break it open. I was like, I can't deal with hot rocks. That's a green cent. Be a wheat. That's probably gonna be a wheat. Yep, there's our 1 cent. They're coming out of this park rough, for sure. If we'll get a date off this. I got toothpicks, but I don't know how much time I have until I'm gonna start getting blown up with calls from the boss. So he hasn't bugged me yet. I can always clean stuff later. You dropped your wallet there? Was it around 1925? Yes, that's what we got there. Love those older wheats. Nothing wrong with the late 50s wheats, but it's 100 years old this year. Love that. Oops, I think I just threw that in. I did. Oh, never mind, I don't have my fines box with me anyway. That, I think, is in the truck. I could have taken it in the house last night. I don't know. Thank you, Marcus, for the follow. Thank you. We are on a roll with new followers lately. I appreciate all of you. It is good to get all these new eyes on the hobby. You're following, that means you're showing interest in it, and that is awesome. We've got close to 3,000 new followers in the last 2 months. Thank you, Caution, for that follow. That's a Zinky. Yeah, it's some decent soil here. It's better than it was over there, where I was yesterday, where everything was just falling apart. Pull tab, solid 62. Not very deep sounding. Yep, there it is. Don't need to even pop up. Anything good today? We just dug a 1925 wheat cent. I want to say I've got maybe 6 holes dug. So we're off to a good start. Absolutely, Steve. It'll get down in that good soil. I'm not the best at gritting on these lunchtime digs. And I know it's going to get really, really trashy off this playground. We're still listening for faint tones, but we will not pass any obvious non-zinc sounds. This could be iron. There's iron there. 85, 86 with some depth. All right, do we still have some depth? Yeah, that's down there. Yeah, we're looking for pull tabs. We like FSQs. FSQs are state quarters from, what is it, 99 through 09, or is it 99 through 08? No, it started in 99. Because I remember I was a senior in high school when those came out, and I'm like, what are they doing with these quarters? Gravel in there. 2008, okay. Still down there. Is that it? These roots, man. Clog everything up, but I guess that's why the good stuff's around it. That's not good stuff. That is a twisted wire. Yeah, that's a twisted piece of fence in there. That can stay. That can stay there. How we doing, David? Happy Wednesday to you. Thank you, Scotty. Only dig of note this early afternoon. Thus far, we dug a 1925 wheat. So 100-year-old coin already. Now we're looking for its silver buddies. That's a number I love. 58, 59 clean. Buffs come in around 58, 59 for me. Obviously be a pull tab, which is fine, or some slaw. Big Mac, so far we're at a 1925 wheat cent. A zinc, a couple pull tabs. This is probably another one. It's opened up to a 60. Yeah, that's a nickel. It's a Jefferson. A new Jeff. Not even an older one. Okay, we just cleaned that spot, so I'll re-ground balance there. See if it does anything. Oh, that dropped significantly. Okay. The Days 2 runs right around 1,500. But I did not pay that. I bought a used. I bought the WS6 Master used and later added the remote. How we doing, Aaron? Happy Wednesday to you. Now we're getting into the trashy stuff. Appreciate that, Aaron. Thank you so much. Thank you, Jess, for the heart me. Good to see you, my friend. Deeper 5960. I don't know if this is old playground stuff under here or if we're starting to get into the roots. We're gonna find out real quick. That's a little thicker. Rodney, I'm using the Conk No BS program. It's a solid all-around program. There's things I don't like about it. I'm not smart enough to create a program, so I'm not gonna bash it. I find stuff with it. I find lots of stuff with it. Sometimes targets seem, and they're like regular size targets, not small targets, seem like they're deeper. Occasionally, it could be a user error. I don't use a specific coin program, but I found 2 gold rings in the first week of using this program, so I'm kind of stuck on it. We got a nickel, another Jeff. Green one, or an orange one. That's not green, Mark. That is orange. A couple nickels, okay. What I love about the program is and I do it whenever I'm in anything else too, is I put it on full tones. I love hearing all the noises. Oh, my daughter will flip on this. I'm gonna have to pick that up. Oh man, it's got somebody's name on it too. Yeah, it is a very solid program. There'll be some FSQs around the playground, right? I don't really want to get into the actual tot lot of it. Yep, surface elephant. See, if there were swings there, I'd be going around the swings. I find a lot of rings around swings. Thank you for that follow, Sharian. I probably did not say that right. My apologies on that. 91.92. Be a quarter. Or be a silver dime. A loud target. There's probably several things right there. I probably dug a touch too deep. Or I didn't dig deep enough. Or I didn't need to dig at all. I love when you do that. Well, hello, Miranda. It's been a day. Glad to be out digging, though. For sure. It's been a day, and unfortunately, the dirt therapy is not gonna make the afternoon go any better. Oh my gosh, what do we got going on here? Yeah, that's one of those ones that's like, okay, Mark, you stink. Try to get another day. Serenity, I call a 1925 weedy good. That's the age type stuff we're looking for. No. We didn't get any rain last night, unfortunately. We're supposed to be getting rain right now. Oh yeah, of course it's work. What else could it possibly be? Work has been stressing me since the end of May. And all these zinc signals are stressing me too. Yeah, right. Not when their phone's not on, you can't get a hold of them. Surface-ish coin. Yeah, we'd go for a solid downpour for sure. I don't even know if that was the target I was on. Yeah, I mean, see, that's dry there. And it's a paintbrush. That's not cool. How we doing, Kev? Happy Wednesday, buddy. We were late to the party again today. We were 45 minutes later than normal today. I'm just glad to be out at all. Yeah, I was waiting on a truck delivery all morning, and they showed up at like 12:15, so I quickly got that undone. Gave orders to the guys who showed up and got my butt in my truck. Thank you, Jess, for the shares. Appreciate that. Ooh, what am I seeing here? Okay, that might have just been a walkway. I was thinking that was the pool. That's the pool. Yesterday I was calling that the pool. Oh, and there are swings over there. No kidding. Boy, I'm just not with it this week. Serenity, thank you for the shares. I need a small coil. I miss my Knox 6-inch coil for spots like this. Yeah, that is not old concrete. That was simply put in later. This here with the high aggregate is an older walkway. Even the 9-inch coil I'd be able to separate better, but we do all right with this 11. Somebody with the beast, they left their beast on the bench. It's a little noisy. And not saying it's not going to be noisy over here, but we're going to go hang out with the state quarters. I know we didn't get them all. We got 3 on the campaign. We can do better than that. Definitely not a clad hunter, but when there's an enjoyable contest involved and you can get over top of some quarters like this, why not, right? Plus it adds to my total for the year. So I decided a couple nights ago, and I thought about it before, and I'm like, I just want to make a video, hold myself accountable for it. I'm donating all my Doug clad this year to the Ronald McDonald House, as well as the pull tabs for the year. Normally we use that for a little holiday ending around the end of the year, but that's a new George. That's not going to be a state. It is a quarter. So digging quarters is not going to hurt that cause either. Trish, thank you for that follow. That's in that every time dig range 5861. buff, pull tab, Jeff, gold ring. All fall in that number. Thank you for the shares. And now it got gross. Now it's a low 52.53. Sure, there's multiple targets underneath the coil. So now it's probably just some slaw. And I dropped. You know, it's a button. It's like not a cool button or anything, but my wife likes buttons, so it'll go in her button jar. And we dug a general service button on Sunday, and she's trying to put that in her jar. I'm like, no, honey, that goes on the relic rack. I've only dug 3 of those. Military buttons and flat buttons go on the relic rack. Not to be mixed in with some 80s Levi's buttons. Well, thank you, honey. For the confetti, it's one of those I can't really see the screen type things. Try to keep my eye on it. That's what we like. Deep 91, 93. Oh, I forgot to say, well, guess I wouldn't forget to say I haven't been on here since, but went and got the twins. We went to Walmart and got some ice cream bars last night because I promised them the day before I'd give them ice cream and I didn't follow through. Well, Em had the big girls, Aubrey at soccer practice. Giovanna was with a friend at the amusement park. So I do what I always do, and I check the Coinstar. And I just kind of grab the stuff and walk out. I don't sit there and examine it. But I grabbed 3 coins, a Canadian quarter, a Canadian dime, and a 1950 Rosie. So we got some silver yesterday. Not the way we want to, but we found silver. And it just amazes me that people don't look at the reject tray. Or they don't care. I guess they just don't know that silver dime's now worth like $2.50. And you're thinking it's no good because the machine wouldn't take it as 10 cents. I'll take all the silver dimes, I don't care. Okay, so we moved whatever we got. Oh, come on now. Maybe we didn't. That is not a 90 something. That is foil. Where's my 90 something? We're a long stick, beep it. That's too high. 99.92. Very good, Steve. Good to see you, my friend. Thanks for stopping in. Always a pleasure. Okay, so it's still... Okay, there's a root. These are the ones that get me. Like, I will just take 10 minutes retrieving this, and it's going to be a nail under a root. This is an old part of town. Eventually, one of these things is going to turn into my first seeded. I don't know if David's still in here, but that seeded quarter you showed off on the show last night, man, that was beautiful. That's my biggest white whale as of now. Beautiful coin. Yeah, we got silver half, or we got silver quarter. Okay. Not a pretty one, just a George. Oh, it's a big silver. And even though I already rubbed it, I keep this for silver, so let's get it. Silver number 15, and it's a Denver mint mark. Thank you, Kev. 1939. Yeah, that's an early one. Let's see. When all the days not to have my finds box, that'll go right in my pocket. That'll go right in my pocket. Let's beep it again. I was getting a 99. Silver quarter spill? No. All right, so I know Coinstar technically doesn't count, but I have added 2 pieces of silver to my collection the last 2 days, coming off of taking 1 day off and then having 2 days in a row of silver. Okay, so it's still here, guys. Thank you, Karen. It's still here. That's what we needed. We ran into a bunch of wheats yesterday, an early wheat today. You gotta listen for those faint tones. BS1, thank you for that follow. How we doing, Lisa? So you best believe we're gonna stay in this little part and go slow. We'll get that off the ground before we swing over it. I heard something over here, but come on back. Let me get this gain up a little bit. I don't know if you can hear that over the... That could be iron as well. Or we could go back-to-back silvers. That is deep, deep. I had turned sensitivity 97 to get it more than a whisper. So, ignore the plug. That's a little bigger plug than I like to take, but I don't want to hit. So one time I said I'm going to take a big plug because I don't want to hit my first ever SLQ. I dug my first SLQ. See if it's still there. Well, if that's a coin, it's not a quarter. 89. Look at that. I dug this gigantic plug and I'm still in the front of it. In amongst the roots. Yeah, we're in between some roots, right in between those roots. There used to be a wheat. No, it's a nail. Got nailed. Thank you for that follow. And thank you, Kev, for the popular votes. Yeah, my SLQ was, I think it was in the plug, but the plug was probably 6 inches deep. And that was surprising because where I was digging was sandy. Ooh, that's sharp. Yeah, we're going to put the sharp end back in there. I really don't want that going under my fingernail. Yeah, what year was your SLQ, David? Mine was a 22. Barely there. Because we know those dates don't stay too great on there. That's why they didn't produce those very long. I don't know why I'm fishing out this other nail. The quarter I found was a 39, I believe. Let me beep that again before I keep going on it. That's one of my older Washington quarters. I think what was the first year, 32? Yeah. I think we're talking about the SLQ, Standing Liberty Quarter. Pretty short run on those, and once again, I'm not going to be able to remember the years they were made. I know mine was a 22, or something like. Gosh, I can't even find my SLQ. That's the problem. 27, very good. Yeah, man, that was my white whale going into this year, and they just didn't make them very long. So when that came out of the ground, I was floored. Now it's something seeded. I don't care what it is. I know it's out there because people find them. But a can. I don't know, we're gonna dig it. 87, 88. Could be a can. It was still there, 4 or 5 inches off the ground. Yeah, dude, I put my stuff down, and it's my fault. I walk in the back door. I hang my keys. Well, sometimes I hang my keys up. Most times I put it on the microwave stand, and that's probably what I did with that. But I know I showed it off for a little bit, and I got 4 young kids, and they like hitting their hands on anything. So maybe it walked away. This can be a bottle cap because there's enough glass in here. No, okay, it's a clad dime with a hot rock. Yeah, I'm bad with losing my stuff. If I don't put it in a little coin display and it goes, I feel like if it's a first, I try to put it in a coin holder and put it up on my little relic rack. I don't know why I didn't with that. Yeah, but we did the TalkCast, and I just stuck working late, so I'm rushing around trying to find my stuff, and that's when I realized I didn't have my seated Liberty or Standing Liberty Quarter. Another clad coin of sorts. Same 88, 89. Probably dug that too deep. I'm gonna call clad dime again. Probably be wrong. Where'd you go? I think my pinpointer is on its way out. That was definitely in the plug. I'm usually pretty decent about taking it in because I like to show my family like they give a hoot about what I pulled out of the ground that day. Okay, there we go. Yeah, it was a clad dime. Where are we at time-wise? Almost 1:30. I don't remember what time I started. I got some stuff to do this afternoon, but we need some dirt therapy too. 25th day in a row. I'm glad I was able to keep that going. I'd like to get a whole month in a row in. On the dime, I didn't even look. It was between 65 and today. It was not very deep, so it wasn't dropped long ago. It could be a 65. I got 65 a couple times the other day, the world famous FU mint mark. Yeah, not me. It's getting harder to get out of bed. Let's wait till you're my age, Chris. The struggle is real. I say that like I know your age. There wants to be something there. Yeah, it's a deep high tone. Jumpy. 89 to 94. This is right off this walkway. It's gonna be under those roots that I just stepped on. You're up in your mid 40s with me? I would not have guessed. Hope it's not that. I had a couple soccer playing daughters. I love repurposing things. It's kind of gross if you think about it. I don't know whose stinky foot that was on. Now it disappeared. Yeah, some people know my age. I'll be 44 here in a couple months. 44 going on 70. Okay, did I get fooled by Ooh. Yeah, man, it's a struggle. Like I said, I got 4 young kids that keep me on my toes. Otherwise, I'd be worse. You're 42? Okay, I would have guessed you were in your 30s. I am... Okay, there we go. Being down there, we're looking at probable iron. I couldn't get this thing to go off for a minute. I'm right there with you, Darren. For real. If I didn't have the responsibility of having some glass in there, having 4 kids under 10. There you go. There you go, Chris. And I look older than I am, so. Okay, I'm about done with this one. Made a mess, now I gotta fill it back in. Man, that stinks. Meniscus head. What's the timetable on the recovery of that? 21, I had foot surgery. MRIs and stuff wouldn't show anything, or didn't show anything. They went in to take out what's called a sesamoid bone, and they found that I had, I don't know how it didn't show up on any MRIs or anything, but I had broken my foot at some point, and there was just a little ball of bone floating around in there, about the size of a pea. And I was out there digging with the doggone walking boot on 2 weeks later. We probably shouldn't have been doing that. Out of work 4 weeks, I could go for some of that. Okay, where was that? Where were all the quarters at? I think all the quarters were out here. No, very good. I'm glad you're not in a bunch of pain. That's the worst. I'm one of those stubborn guys. I have a reasonably good pain threshold. But I won't tell you I'm hurting unless it's really bad. I guess outside of here, I whine about how I'm old and stuff like that, but... Very good, Michael Wilson. Found, let's see. I think you dropped this. Let's see. Somewhere in here. Here we go. You might have dropped this sometime in the past. That's a 39 Washington Denver mint mark. And we also found a 25 wheat early on. That could be a deep coin. It's gonna have to be deep. Okay, here we go. Must have stepped on a rock or something. I thought that was gonna be worse. Yeah, there's some gross stuff in there. Probably isolating on a nail head or something, making it sound like it wants to be something. Thank you for the shares, Michael. Appreciate that. Yes, whatever it is, this ball of crud. It's green. Yeah, memorial. That would have been the signal. Appreciate all the shares, my friend. Thank you. Another wonderful crowd in here on a Wednesday afternoon. Thank you, guys. Bobby, thank you for that follow. Is that Michael? Thank you for the follow. Thank you, Chuck, for the heart me. 89. Let's make it a 2 silver lunch. Get a slick little silver coin out of here. Yeah. Absolutely. I am dreading. So I've been digging more this year than I ever have, and fingers crossed here that we get one of the winters like we had like 4 consecutive years where I might have missed a week or so in the wintertime. This past winter was awful. We got 4 feet of snow the day after Thanksgiving, and then we went into a deep freeze. I can do without that again. When you get that kind of stuff, I keep telling you gotta tell yourself, we don't get tornadoes, we don't get hurricanes. Doesn't make it any easier. That's not the coin, that's the imprint of the coin. And I'm so blind. Ouch. Some biting bug. Or another memorial. Green memorial. Yeah, and you're farther south than us. Do you guys get the deep freeze too? I mean, allegedly it's good for targets in the ground when you get the freeze and the heave of the thaw. But, okay, I need some quarters. As wonderful as it is, it's going to be another deep memorial. As wonderful as it is to dig a 1939 silver Washington, it does not count in the FSQ contest. What kind of snow do you guys usually get down there, Beth? Say a bad winter for us. I think we average like 90 inches of snow. And we've won the snow globe a couple times in the last 10 years. No snow for Chuck in 8 years. I'm gonna wipe my screen off. This is normally where it starts going downhill. Get the sweat going, and it's gonna start adding people to the live and all that stuff. Okay, what do we got here? Can I see the impression of my deep memorial? Why can't you just be a wheat? No, it's 3 green memorials in a row. I came over here to find some FSQs. But we got silver in the pocket. Not in the fines box, we left that somewhere. On that clad half right over here yesterday. That's a little higher. Those last ones were ringing 89s. This was 91. So don't be another deep memorial. It's a little sandy there. '93, '94, '97. Oh, come on. Another green memorial. No, it's a Wheatie. Okay, that's better. Wheatie number 2. Anybody see it? The glare is not acting right. Maybe 50s. Get an eyeball on it. 54 or 51. Yep, there you go, Beth, 51. All right, Wheatie number 2. To go along with the 1939 quarter. Yeah, I cracked the heck out of this thing. Okay, so old stuff's still here. So they're not gonna all be deep memorials. Now that one's got me. That's an 83 to 85. That's a clad number or a zinc number, but it's down there. And if this is all gravel fill, that's not gonna be a whole lot of fun. We'll see what it sounds like when we get the rug off here. Okay, so not a whole lot of digging. Could be a zinc. Could be iron, because I missed the heck out of it. It's still down there. Bottle cap, even better. Alright. Yeah, they can't all be treasure. For sure. That would be the Deus 2. Yeah, I've heard the R2-D2 stuff quite a bit. It is a sensitive machine. For sure. Nah. Sinisa, thank you for the follow, and I apologize in advance for incorrectly pronouncing that. Try to thank everybody I see following. And I missed quite a few. My apologies on that. Locally, thank you for the follow. Yeah, 73 new followers. I have not thanked nearly that many people, but thank you all. Annie, thank you for the follow. I don't like that. Could be a zinc. I do like that. Let's go FSQ. Found our quarter drop zone again. Remember, it's somewhere here in the middle of this Y. Boy, that sounds so much better than a quarter, doesn't it? It sounds silver, but that's gonna be a quarter. Okay, we got a quarter. We have a, let's see, no, it is a Park 2013, not an FSQ. Unfortunately, it is too young. Thank you for the, oh my gosh, now I'm forgetting the name again. I'm sorry, Mrs. Kevin. I forgot your name again. Ashley. Darn it. It's not a hard name to remember. I bet I'm horrible with names. Thank you, Ashley. Welcome in. I've not dug a beeve until now. Let's get a beaver tail out of this hole. Couple newer pull tabs today, not much. Decent amount of clad, 39 Washington quarter. Oh, that's gross. What's that? 72 to 34. This should be a beeve. There it is. On the board with the beeve. Yeah, this isn't bad. I think this, I can't tell. This is like sand here. And we're close enough to the lake. It could be natural, but we're also running into some different kinds of stuff. Like that way over there is really dry clay. Back behind me was more sandy. So I don't know what's the fill and what is not. But yeah, that's some good dirt there. We don't mind that. All right, let's get an SLQ or an FSQ. SLQ is a little harder. Did it fall out of my pocket? Yeah, it was just some dirt off my shovel. Nick, thank you so much. This should be a quarter. Could be some junk as well. Oh, we missed it regardless. Let's try again. How we doing, Joy? I don't know if I said hello to you yet. Happy Wednesday. Why don't you be a can that I'm gonna make this big mess out of? Should've just dug a plug. No, it's quarter. I see it. All right, be a state quarter. Yeah, I keep the pinpointer on vibrate. It's kind of not draw attention to myself in parks, but then when you're not wearing headphones for your detector, kind of. No, 2020, another park. Not a state quarter. Bit lucky with 2 in a row yesterday. It's very comfortable here today, Betty. upper 70s, a little breeze, not very humid. That all changes Friday, Saturday. Like I'm meeting son-in-law Rick Saturday. We're going detecting together, and it's supposed to be hot and humid. So I will be taking some water. That sounds better than an 86. Yeah, that's just straight up sand. Yeah, that's something gross. Come on out. There's some iron right there. Yeah, we got screwed. I'm in northwestern Pennsylvania, right up on Lake Erie. I'm gonna take a little walk over here. We got some older trees that I haven't touched around. I don't have a ton of time left. Let's see, how long have I been on? Oh, I can't figure that out. Too much glare. Yeah, well, it's been right around an hour. We're not gonna take major liberties. Yesterday we were out for like an hour and 45 minutes. I'm not trying to do that again. Thank you for the follow. Yeah, right. I don't even know how old these trees are. They're older than the ones over there. That is not an old path. Oh, I'm liking my own live with my sweat. Let's get rid of that. It's got a lot of ferrous in it. $90 to $93. Yeah, and this is where the plugs will all fall apart. Especially when I hook a root. I like to dig one FSQ today. I don't think that's a quarter. Started out as 93. David, thank you for that follow. Well, I actually got it. Actually put the shovel where I should have. No. That is the Green Memorial. How close are we there? 1980. Not that close. We got some iron in here. Noisy. Alright, maybe we'll stumble across something heading back to the truck. I'm using Days 2. No, that's too much. Hey, there's a pull tab right on the ground. Blue's not that rare, right, Chris? Looks like a sugar-free Red Bull. Those are fairly common. Thank you, Kimber, for the popular vote. This is almost 2. This is where I need a small coil. Yeah, I didn't think so. I didn't think they were that rare. I was gonna say, my wife gets a couple of those a week. That's some sort of aluminum. We'll dig it in case it's a pull tab. A little high to be a beaver tail. Still down there. EMI is chatty over here. Yeah, so regular pull tab. Good enough. I did not empty my fines pouch yesterday, so I had a decent amount of clad jiggling around in there. Bunch of pull tabs. We dug a bunch of those yesterday. I want to hear something there. Silver yesterday? No, I got a silver out of the coin store. Nothing out of the ground yesterday. Oh my. Hey, this area I started yesterday. I was going around this old tree. Richard, thank you for the follow. Zinky. Well, Joy, I'll help answer that. We're saving our drinking pull tabs too, or our soda pull tabs as well. We're gonna send them all to Greg or however he decides it's gonna be done. I've even got some friends that are gonna start saving their pull tabs for me. The more the merrier. That's got a chance. 88 to 90 with some depth. Be another wheat. Yeah, it's gonna be under that root is what it's gonna be. I all of a sudden just got really whooped. It's probably gonna be the last hole, guys. Okay. Very good, Chris. I know when he put up the video, he said we'll figure out the logistics of it. We got a year to do it. That would be easier than bombarding him with tens of thousands of pull tabs. All right, we got a green coin. That would have to be a wheat, right? Yeah, thinking that. This would have to be a wheat, end on a wheat. And coming out of this section of this park, really, really rough. I had one I couldn't even identify by just calling a wheat because it was like this. Yeah, that'll work. That's got to be a wheat. Yeah, I don't have my doggone fines box with the toothpicks in it. It's all getting all crusty like a zinc, but it's a green scent. Naked eyeball, let's see. That is slick. That is just an unidentifiable copper disc, but I'm going to call it a wheatie. It was too high for an IHP. We haven't dug any IHPs in this park in the 3 times we've been here, but we're gonna call that wheatie number 3, because I couldn't see it being a memorial. All right, thank you guys. You guys are awesome. Appreciate you taking time out of your Wednesday. Watch me play in the dirt. If you're going out there today, dig something good. If you're going out there today on live, dig something good, and I will do my best to get in there to support you as well. Got coaching T-ball tonight. We got 2 games left tonight and tomorrow. And then it's full-blown soccer season. But what I like to do is I look for some lives while I'm working and drive around giving you the watch time and, you know, doing my dailies and stuff like that. So if I miss your comments or anything like that, I'm not being rude. I am simply watching the road instead of my phone and listening over the Bluetooth. Once again, you guys are phenomenal. Thank you all so much for spending part of your Wednesday with me. And God willing, we'll see you tomorrow. Have a good one.